Welcome to my Google Hangout on Air presentation of the power of technology to create a strong homeschool connection. I think it's safe to assume that you're a parent or guardian of a school-aged child, and I think it can also be assumed that you care deeply about your child's education, or you wouldn't be taking the time out to watch this video. I'm a first grade teacher, but I'm a parent first. I'm the mother of 2 boys. So I know all too well how important it is to stay connected to your child's education. I'm also a working parent, so I cannot always be present in their classroom. And I often feel as though I'm missing out on key elements of my son's education, and simply asking, "How was school today?" rarely gives all the information I'm seeking, as you all probably know. As a teacher, I try to put myself in the shoes of my students' parents. What do they want to know? What do they wish they can be a part of? How much information do they need to feel connected? What is the most convenient ways for them to receive information? What type of access do parents have to technology? All of these are important questions to consider when creating a connection between students' education and their homes. And this is why I'm here today. I want you to understand that although you may not be able to be present in your child's classroom at all times, you can still stay connected to your child's learning at home or work through the use of technology. Now, mind you, the teacher plays a pivotal role in how you can connect with your child's classroom from home. According to a study in the UK conducted back in 2002-2006 by Lewin and Luckin, a focus was put on the impact of using technology as a homeschool connection. The study found that it must be focused and scaffolded in order for it to be successful. And as technology is becoming more present in education, many schools are beginning to have online portals for you to check students' grades and progress, check on missing assignments, and keep an eye on their attendance. Personally, I keep my online gradebook updated weekly and often get emails from concerned parents who check their students' grades frequently. And let me tell you, this in itself is powerful. Let me use one of my students as an example. He moved to my school from out of state, and they did not have as rigorous of standards, so needless to say, he was a bit behind. His mother checked his grades daily. I mean daily. As soon as anything less than a B was inputted in the grade book, she was immediately texting me to find out why her son received the grade and how she can help him more at home. Through constant monitoring and through me giving her tips to help at home, his grades improved dramatically and he began getting consistent A's. Now, she was a single mother, but despite this, she utilized technology to stay connected to her son's education and helped him make significant gains. So, although you may not be able to be present in the classroom, there are ways in which you can stay connected to your child's education. There are many ways in which you can utilize technology to stay connected to your child's education, and I'm going to go through a few of them with you today. One of which is the ever-popular email. This seems like a straightforward tool that we all know about, but here's why it's a particular good use for communicating with teachers. There are times when the communication you have with your child's teacher may need to be documented. Perhaps your child is having behavior issues and you want a record of the issues they're having. This will allow you to have the communication between your child's teacher and yourself well documented so that you can refer to it later. Similarly, when emailing about grades, it is always nice to be able to go back to an email to recall what arrangements your child's teacher and you have come up with to help your child. This will also help you stay connected and consistent with the intervention that has been discussed. Most importantly, email is a great tool because it is convenient. It can be difficult to reach a teacher by phone, so email allows a teacher to communicate with you at their earliest convenience without a missed opportunity. Likewise, text messages are great for these reasons as well, but you'll have to check with your child's teacher to see if this is an appropriate method of communication. I work for a charter school, so we are required to be available to our students and parents at all times. This is not always the case in public schools. Another great way to stay connected to your child's learning is with the teacher's website. Now, this is really based on whether or not your child's teacher has one, so you will need to check with them or advocate for them to get one. Here's why a teacher's website can be powerful. If a teacher keeps their website up to date, it can be a great tool to find homework help, spelling list. We all know those don't always make it home. Newsletters, tools for help on the week's objectives, and websites for students to play online learning games that complement what they have been learning. I have a website that I try to keep updated. I keep our weekly newsletter, slides, and presentations that I use for lessons, helpful YouTube videos, and links to learning websites. There is also a portal for parents to contact me with concerns or questions that links to my personal email. Now again, this is only a helpful tool if your teacher has a website. More often, more and more teachers are developing their own website, so hopefully it'll begin becoming more commonplace. And again, if your child's teacher does not have one, make the suggestion. I use a free website called Weebly that is very easy to use and maintain. It's found on Weebly.com. Blogs are another way to stay connected. Many teachers also blog as a method of helping parents stay connected. Teachers' blogs often consist of daily happenings in the classroom, projects students have been working on, and upcoming events. They also will link parents to helpful online resources that complement what students are learning. Now again, this depends on whether or not a teacher utilizes blogs. If they don't, you can suggest a class blog that you coordinate. Other parents and teachers can help contribute to the blog and keep it updated with content that the classroom teacher approves of. If you decide to coordinate a class blog, be sure to refer to the school's guidelines on technology and privacy so that you are staying within school rules. According to a study by Selwyn, Potter, and Cranmer in 2009, many schools have restrictions on information communication technologies, also called ICTs, so it's beneficial to know these restrictions. Lastly, a great way to stay connected is simply by knowing what websites you can use at home to help reinforce your child's learning. I send a newsletter home each week that tells parents what their child will be learning that week. Parents can use this information to find online content to complement their learning through fun learning games. If your child's teacher gives you a heads up each week on what your child will be learning, reinforce it through online learning games at home. Here are a few great websites. If your child is in pre-K through second, starfall.com is great for literacy development and does touch on some math, but some of the math features cost. Also, abcya.com is wonderful for K through 5 for both reading and math games. Funbrain.com is another engaging site for both reading and math for K through 8 students. All of these are free sites that can help make learning more engaging at home. And in addition to these websites, a great book titled Growing Up with Technology, Young Children Learning in a Digital World, published in 2010, is a great reference on how your child learns using technology and gives great tips on how you can foster learning through technology with young learners at home. And again, that book focuses on young learners, but I think it can be applied throughout. Those were ways to connect with your child's education through technology, but how about ways to use technology to advocate for your child's education away from the classroom? You don't have to be the stay-at-home mom who knows all the ins and outs of the school because they are there every day. You can advocate for your child's education and their school from your own home through the use of technology. One of my favorite ways is through DonorsChoose.org. If you haven't heard of DonorsChoose.org, it is a website for funding the classroom with needed materials, supplies, and field trips. And the best part about it is that donors are from all over, and all you need to do is spread the word. The teacher creates a page telling donors what the students need. The donors then go on and fund the projects they like. Over a few weeks or months, the projects get funded. The projects range from field trips to iPads for the classroom. You, as a parent, can simply send the link out to community members, friends, and family to get your child's projects funded. Again, that is DonorsChoose.org. Check with your child's teacher to see if they have one. If not, make a suggestion. You can also be an advocate for your child's education by helping to boost parent participation without even stepping foot in the classroom. The website called signupgenius.com allows parents to coordinate events and send signups all online. Classroom parties, holiday shows, coordinating fundraisers can all be done online. Teachers will really appreciate the extra help and will enjoy having more parents involved with classroom and school activities. Again, that's signupgenius.com. Now comes the big question. Do you have online access? If yes, you're on your way to utilizing technology to stay connected to your child's education. If your answer is no, don't worry. There are ways around it. In an article from 2003 written by Lewin, Mavers, and Somek, a look at the digital divide as barriers for a homeschool connection is addressed. But these barriers can be broken through education reform and available services. Now, if your child qualifies for free or reduced lunch, you may be eligible for low-cost internet service of $9.95 per month through Comcast Internet Essentials. This will bring affordable internet into your home so you can better stay connected. There's also an option to receive a computer. And you can find more information at internetessentials.com. You can also connect for free at your local library. This is a great resource because not only can you connect for free, you can also print for a very low cost. If you have your own device, many places offer free Wi-Fi, such as McDonald's and Starbucks. So don't feel like not being connected will keep you out of the loop. You can connect to your child's education through technology in more ways than you realize. So please take to heart what I have shared with you today. Teachers truly value a parent's input and take to heart their desire to connect with their child's education. Be an advocate for your child's education despite whether or not you are able to be physically present in the classroom. Check your students' grades often online if this is available to you. Email your child's teachers with questions or concerns. Log onto the teacher's website regularly to check for current content and resources. And if they don't have a website, suggest one. Again, Weebly.com is a great website for teachers to create class web pages. Likewise, utilize teachers' blogs if they have one, or coordinate a class blog yourself. Lastly, help your child's class raise money through donation sites such as DonorsChoose.org. Don't let technology be a barrier, but rather a tool. Utilize it to its full potential to help your child get the most out of their learning and maximize what they are getting from their education. You don't have to be present to do this. You can create the connection from home or work. Thanks for watching.